He's a slacker. He's a
At
slacker.
least you can do is promote us. God dang.
You're live.
Are we live right now?
Yes.
All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's get our energy up here. Sorry for the delay, messing with my brother's clowns. He's always got something to do during this time. It's the opposite man. But welcome to the Muscle Electrifying channel and all entertainment. It's your boy PK. And today we got the Pineapple Power Bomb Paul right next to me. And then wherever my co-host there, Carlo, Mr. Clowns. I don't know where he at right now, but he should be coming back soon. What's up? Everyone in the chat, everyone that's joining later, definitely give us a thumbs up, share this out to all your friends so we could definitely um get everyone involved in this discussion. So, anyways, earlier today, yours truly was on the Xbox Twitch channel streaming Diablo 4 with some friends at Xbox, even though, you know, uh, Power Bomb over here, he came for me. Uh, we
That's
had
right.
some fun, and the season one trailer for Diablo 4 dropped. I don't know who's excited for this, but I'm gonna just say that it looks like it's going to be pretty dope. So Diablos is one of those games that this is my first Diablo. I don't know if anyone else played Diablo, um, but definitely this is my first one, and I'm super enjoying it. I gotta say it's got to be pretty damn good to keep me off Street Fighter. It's got to be one of those games. I don't know how if Paul, you feel the same way.
Yeah, and you know what? I've got to say, and this is your first Diablo. I'm impressed with how much you picked up and how fast. Seriously, I mean, that's really, really good.
Well, I
So
mean,
you
I'm not.
you've been getting into it. You've been focused, man. You've been really focused.
I mean, that's just kind of my gaming habit, bro. Like
Yeah.
if I like something, I'm gonna know the ins and outs. Yo, shout out to Stinking Corpse coming through. Yo, I appreciate that. Um, once Carlo gets back, he gonna make sure that he promotes us so that we get more people in the chat here for
I'm
sure.
gonna like and share it right now. I'm gonna share it out
Yeah, for
so
sure. Get everybody to jump in because I definitely want to talk about Diablo 4 and I also want to ask about some thoughts about uh, your top 10 most or we could do Stinky Corpse says what's up Pineapple Ball. So, we could probably do like top 5 most annoying things when playing in online lobbies.
Ooh, this could be good.
Yeah, we'll do 5 to keep it kind of modest, right? 10 might, we'll be here 4 hours. So let's talk about the good news. Diablo 4. Paul, first the question is, are you excited for season 1? And based on some of the information that's coming out, are you excited to see um anything that can basically collaborate with your current characters and current strategy on playing this game?
I'm very excited for season one, and the interesting thing is, I will probably end up playing a totally different character for season one. I'm a necromancer for this part of the game, for the main game, but I will probably either go with rogue or sorcerer for the season and do something a little different, knowing that all the work I've done in this pre part, a lot of those bonuses and stuff will carry over to my new character, which is really nice. So
Could you
I'm
could you
I'm looking
explain
forward to it.
to the world what does the seasons look like? Like what a lot of people are confused, especially like me being brand new. I didn't understand the seasons things and I was hoping that maybe you can shed some light on that.
Well, I don't know how well I can explain it, but they add content and they add drops and they add bosses and basically your seasonal character, you're trying to make these certain goals or complete these things before the end of the season to get you more bonuses and stuff. So it's like it's almost like a battle pass. You know, every time you start over, every season you start clean, and then you're trying to work your way up through and complete these challenges and stuff. And some of them are really hard, and some of them are really difficult and time consuming. And if you really get into it, it's really rewarding because you get some really incredible gear that after the season, your seasonal character will become a static character, a regular character, and
Paul,
some of the
not to
gear.
interrupt you, homie, but they're saying you sound a little bit low. I don't sure if it's your volume on your mic or maybe it's a little
I don't
way.
know. It
There
could be
you go. You
either.
sound better.
Well,
There you go.
I turned the gain up a little bit, so hopefully, let me know if you pick up my roommate or anything.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries.
so
Go ahead and
yeah.
finish. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
So
interrupt.
anyway, after the after the season and during the season, there's some gear you're going to pick up. You can put it in your chest and you can share it with your static characters and get them some new gear and new goodies as well. Um, it's something to keep you engaged in the game is what it is, and it tends to work. I mean, I probably went through 4 or 5 Diablo 3 seasons with friends, just tromping through the forest as it were, and killing everything in sight. And it's fun. I have a lot of fun doing it. Like I said, it's a chance to start another character, and like I said, the perks carry over, so you're not starting from absolute zero. You're going to start with a kind of powered up character for the season. So I don't know what else I can say that's not because, like I said, I don't really know how to explain it well. So
I think you did a good job. Basically, you got your main characters. They can't be played in the season, so you got to make a season character. Go through the season, get all the stuff out of the battle pass. At the end of the season, that character becomes another one of your main characters. Then when the
oh,
another
yep,
season starts,
and you have 10 slots by the way. So
yeah, you keep making characters.
yep.
So exactly, since you have a history of Diablo, one thing I wanted to know, like I don't understand the complete history of the story, and I was hoping maybe you can summarize like Diablo himself. Like what's
Don't
this?
ask me to summarize the story. I'm not good at that. Yeah,
To your best
I
of knowledge,
I
what is
well,
up?
I'm the type of guy who I enjoy the game when I'm playing it and the story and the cutscenes and go, "Oh, this is cool," but I don't lock it into memory type of thing. And it's a weakness I have. I'm not a good storyteller. You know,
I don't know about that. I know you tell some good story. I know you tell some good story. May not be
Smash.
them kind of story, but you tell some story.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Back in the day, yeah, yeah.
so I'm gonna just say I had a good time on the Xbox Twitch, playing with everyone. It was pretty fun. Uh, wasn't expecting. Only thing is that if I ever get on like that, I got to remember to hook my keyboard up. It was mighty tough trying to type in words and use the controller at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, because Carlo and I had the chance to do that with um, Paris a few weeks ago, and yeah, that can be a fun stream to be on. And I'm lucky that I sit right next to my keyboard and all that. But yeah, if you have to try to communicate just with your controller, yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, a lot of one word entries like here, go there. You know, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
why,
yeah.
man, I was struggling. They were asking me to. I'm like, I can't
Yeah, I can't
respond.
communicate that well. Yeah.
I'm trying, but I was like, where is my USB for my keyboard? But I couldn't find it. But
Ah,
anyways, they did drop that trailer, and if you haven't seen the trailer, definitely check it out. And for those who on the fence of playing Diablo, I'm gonna just say stay away from this game. Okay, don't play this game. This game will take away your life. You do not want these problems over here.
no, this game is interesting because yeah, it gets repetitive, but even then I find myself when I'm playing other games, I got to get back to Diablo. You know, when I and you know, I'm drawn back to it to do more. Like even now I'm playing while we talk. I you know
I'm just saying in general, it does take away your life.
Yeah.
100%. It's hard to get off of it. Um, for me, like
And
I said, just go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, and time flies by. You'll get on it. I'm just gonna play for a few minutes. Next thing you know, 4 hours have passed. Yeah, it's like
Right, right. So it you can do one dungeon and time just go. That's part of the problem, man. I look at the clock and it's like, yo, I got to go to bed.
yeah.
I can't be doing this. This is crazy, man. Anyways, so like I said, this is my first time, and I'm excited for season. I've never done this stuff before, but like I said, I'm here for it, right? So, uh, looking at, I'm gonna just say when it comes to any game like this, another game that I shout out, and a lot of people may not have played it or seen it, but I'll just put it out there. So there was a game on Xbox and PlayStation called Marvel Heroes Omega that played, it's almost like they carbon copy the Diablo formula. Anyways, it was like one of my favorite games, and to this day, probably my favorite Marvel game of all time. And mainly because, hey, I am not joking. You can pick every character, any character, and it's the same dungeon style type of stuff, right? I mean, you got to make your build, everything. These stats matter, drops, all that stuff, and it matters, man. And it was a big deal. I hope that I wish that game would come back. I know they can't get the source code, but honestly, you could probably make something better with a similar. I think now that I think about it, I think a lot of games could definitely use the Diablo style mechanics,
Did you
like
ever
that
play
formula.
Torchlight, which is pretty much a Diablo clone?
So I have two,
Yeah.
but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand it
Yeah.
enough to say that, like, I played like 20 minutes, but I didn't get it. I need somebody to sit down with me and help me out there.
Right. Totally
But
understand that. Yeah.
but yo, it wasn't like that for that Marvel Heroes Omega. Hold on, let me see if I can find that, bro. Because you just don't understand when I'm saying um this is probably why I um like Diablo so much. It When I say it had everybody. Let
Right.
me see if I can find. I can probably share. I won't have no audio, but I can at least share. And then and the thing is, about this type of gameplay is a lot of people said it's more like the current version is more like a mixture of um Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, but they made things matter that didn't matter before. Like
Right.
the money didn't matter before, but now it matters. Honestly, to me it makes sense cuz how else are you going to get someone to play the game if you don't have a resource that uh makes them want to grind for it, if that makes sense. So I don't know if you could tell what's going on here, Paul. Let me
Uh,
see.
let's see if I can on the stream. I just because I'm looking at the stream, I just see you, me, and Carlos Square.
Oh, okay. You don't see me sharing the screen here?
No.
Oh man, could have sworn that I got it out there. I guess I can't get this. Oh, okay. Carlo has to give it permission to be on there. Once it's on permission, then he'll be able to see it. All right, so
And yeah, as soon as Carlo gets back.
we'll have. See, he's always the technical difficulty we have. But the point is, I'll share it with you. And the thing is, I think in general, Diablo has this aesthetic about it, right? Like how large the map is, how all these things are going on at the same time. How many people can be on one server, Paul?
I do not know, but there's a lot of them. I mean,
It's got to be a lot to
yeah.
be able to support that many people. In my opinion, it's got to be a
I
lot.
know when I've done some of the world bosses, there have been at least 20 people in there with us. So You know,
And that's just the world boss. That's
and
not
that's just a
counting.
world boss. Yeah, that's not
uh,
counting the people that are doing their thing. Yeah.
Yeah, doing other stuff at that time. So, um, what's up, Timmy? Carlos stepped away or Clown stepped away. I have no idea what he's doing. Uh, he's doing something. So when he comes back, we'll be able to talk with him too. Right now, you just got us. We was just talking about Diablo 4, the new trailer for the new season. They got a dev talking about the new updates that is coming for on July 20th. If you ain't seen that, you should definitely check it out. Timmy, I was just talking about me. Earlier, I was streaming on the Xbox Twitch channel, the official channel, and
Look,
it was pretty fun.
he's just dropping cred all over the place, man. Just
Hey, listen. This is what Paul do. So I'm just doing what he do right now, because this is what he do. He talks about, yeah, I know the president. I
Yeah,
saved his life a few times,
yeah, a
and
few times, just a
he
few
owes me a
times. That's
few
right.
favors. But if you ain't seen it, Timmy, it's pretty dope. Far as season one, this is my first Diablo, by the way. So um, definitely think I'm a little hyped for it. And for those, like I said, has not got into it, definitely check it out. I know there's a barrier when it comes to the cost, but it's one of those games you will get your money's worth. That's 100% I can guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
You will get your money's worth. Um, so until Carlo get back, what I wanted to say is there was something else I wanted to go over, and I wanted to talk about, and maybe I know Timmy could probably come up with like 99 things. Five most annoying things in playing in online lobbies, and you ranking them number 1 through 5. And like I said, I was gonna do 10, but I feel like we'll be here forever. So let's just do 5 and see how that goes. Because Carlo's not here, so it's just you and me. So Paul, you ready?
I don't know if I want to rank them, but I can list them. I don't know if
All
I'm going to
right.
take the
Well,
time to put them in order.
go ahead and rank. However you
Yeah.
want to do it. Let's get top 5.
Top five. Okay. Uh, Basic, young kids that usually won't shut up, because they just keep talking and talking and talking, over talking everybody. You can't, you know.
Now,
Uh,
Paul, you have to make sure that you characterize what do you mean by kids?
uh, yeah, shut up.
Because we all kids to you, I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Let's see. The common terminology used is squeakers. Okay,
Squeakers. All right.
squeakers,
So you're
young
saying they talk too
kids.
much.
Yeah. But let's see what else. Somebody who will sit there the whole time and try to tell you how to play the game, even though you've been playing it for 5 years. Yeah. Tell
So
you know.
somebody who is trying to be your sensei,
Yeah. Trying to
unwanted sensei.
unwanted sensei. Yeah, yeah. And you keep telling them, dude. I know. Stop. you know. Let's see what else is there. Somebody who tries to become the boss of the party, even though they're not. They come into the lobby and you say, okay, we're going to run this kind of match, and they say, no, 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 we need to run this kind, and they do that for the whole thing. They're always trying to get you to do what they want you to do, and you just want to tell them,
Okay.
hey, go run your own lobby if you're going to be
S-
like that.
So the
We don't want to do.
unwanted leaders,
Yeah,
the shot callers, the unwanted shot callers.
yeah. Let's see, five. What else is there? Oh yeah, the guy who thinks it's fun to grief everybody else. I'm just having fun. You're making everybody else miserable, but you're just having fun.
That's
You know.
fair. I do get into some Overwatch lobbies where people just want to emote and
Yep.
say, well, this ain't ranked. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, why are you in this lobby if you're not trying to play the game?
Yeah.
There's custom
Oh, there's
games.
one. There's one. The people who won't try to do the purpose of whatever style
Objective.
match you're getting. They're
The
just trying
objective.
to do they're just trying to get the kills and stuff, even though you're supposed to be catching like uh like control points and stuff. They're not
Yeah.
trying to do the
The
goals. They're
objective.
just the
Yeah.
objective. They're just playing for the kill shots,
They
and it's
want to
like,
play.
dude,
They want to
yeah,
play a different game type. They just jumped in the wrong one.
yep,
Is that what it is?
yeah,
You can't win because they're like, I'm killing like
yeah. s-
99 peoples, but I can't.
So your team never wins because they're never playing the objective. Yeah, was that
Okay,
4 or 5? um,
so you have the unwanted sensei, the
yeah.
unwanted shot caller,
The
squeakers,
squeaker, yeah.
and then you said
And the,
the
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 the the people who don't play objective, they just
the people that don't play objectives. They're confused on what game type they're in.
which can also tie into probably the worst. The people who don't play as a team, they think it, they realize that it's even though it's a team game, they're playing all about
So,
themselves.
so are you saying Call of Duty players?
Yeah, I did not say that.
I'm
But
trying to give
yes,
them a
but yes,
name.
but yes.
Call of Duty players, they just kind of do their own thing, right? For the most part.
Yep. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yep. So that's it.
Okay.
That's my 5. That's my 5 right
Is that
there.
five?
Yeah, that's 5.
Okay. So for me, in online lobbies, oh yeah, you did say a dude that gives you grief and want to have fun
Yeah.
and do dumb stuff. So we call him uh the lonely idiot. There you go. He wants attention so bad he comes in to ruin everybody's fun so they focus on him.
By the way, we can see your desktop now.
Oh, you
We're
can?
getting, yeah, we're getting
Nice.
picture within picture within picture. So yeah. So
So that is, I'm gonna blame clowns for that because he didn't even say we were doing
I
such
know he
thing.
didn't say anything and said a word, even though he's got to be kind of back because he's controlling stuff.
Yeah. So he coming back. Let's see. So what I was trying to show was this gameplay here, which don't make sense because I think what happened is he's sharing the wrong screen. Let me go back.
Can't you switch which screen is actually sharing for you? No.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. If he's back, right? He's got to be back.
Right.
So let's see. What I was showing was what uh how close this game was to Diablo and why I was like tripping on this game. Um when I say we played it had everything, it had everything. 1 second. I'll get it.
Hey Farrell, if you're still there, hi and have a nice good night's sleep. Enjoy your party tomorrow.
Yes, Farrell, I
Farrell,
did not see. He's got a party tomorrow.
Farrell has become a channel regular. He hangs out with us on Monday nights and Wednesday nights, and
That's what I'm saying. That's what's up.
yep.
Because we can't even get my co-host to be a regular. He's just always doing some.
I know, Farrell. You want a job? We gotta.
All right, so I reshare whenever he adds it. We'll see it. So what I was getting at is definitely for me one of the things I don't like is when you're trying to play a game and there's all of a sudden a woman gamer in the lobby and the dude stops playing the game
Oh yeah.
just to try
Besides,
and
he's gonna
shoot a
be Mac
shot,
Daddy. Besides, he's gonna be Mac Daddy.
shoot a shot, and then or act extra because there's a woman gamer in the lobby. I don't understand. I'm like so confused. Like you're gonna stop playing the game, or even different, be extra because there's a woman in the lobby. She here to play the game. I don't know what you trying to do, but she here to play the game.
That's right. You need to learn to act right in front of people, man.
And what I was saying is like, check it out. So my other thing I is definitely people who play music in my ear while
Oh,
I'm
I hate
trying to
that.
play the game. Like, dude, you really can just play it in your headset.
Yeah.
Like you got a headset, play the music in your headset, not out loud so everybody else can hear and we can't know what's going on in the game.
The sad thing for me is it's even usually music I don't like. It's like, come on, dude.
I mean, like it or not, man, it's
Yeah,
irritating and
it's distracting,
distracting. You
especially in a
know,
team thing when you're trying to talk to your team.
yeah, and they playing it all loud, like no one else isn't. Like mute your mic. It works. Muting, it works.
I put them in the same class as the people who listen to the game through their TV. So you're getting your feed plus their TVs blasting through your headset, and there's always that delay. And even the worst ones are the ones who have their party chat coming through their TV speakers so they can hear you. So you're getting the echo as well. It's like stop that.
Yes, so that's my number two. Is the unwanted DJs.
Yeah.
The unwanted what you call them, Mac Daddies or whatever.
Yeah.
The unwanted DJs. Um Now, long time ago, it used to be people who used to steal your kills, but since that's mostly rectified, except for Halo, um, we don't really have that too much of a problem anymore. But I will say that something from the past still creeps up in today's time. What grinds my gears and
I love that. What grinds my
when
gears.
someone when you're about to play a competitive game, they start the game and then all of a sudden got something to do and they go AFK. Oh my god. Don't let
Okay.
that be ranked.
Yo,
No.
yo, yo.
Or okay, real quick, since you just brought it up, one that gets me is, let's say you want to, some your friend says, hey, let's go do some races in Forza. So you get in the game, you stop whatever you're doing, you join them in Forza, and they go, okay, give me a couple minutes to tune my car. 45 minutes later, you know,
3 years later.
it's like, dude, I did not join your game to watch you tune your car. Let's go. Yeah,
Well, it sounds like
I heard a Carlo.
Yes.
we heard a
Yeah,
clowns.
sorry,
He
guys.
showed up. No,
Okay,
you're
so
not.
Carlo, we want your top 5 list of things that annoy you in public lobbies.
Um, when Paul eats pineapples.
Come on, man. Let's be serious. Let's be real.
Um, I don't like it when kids like start screaming.
Oh yeah,
So the
Um,
squeakers.
the squeakers, the screaming
We
squeakers.
got a name for them.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like it when kids start screaming a lot. You know, like and the parents don't mute the mic or say, "Hey, calm down," or take the mic away. Because I know if it was my child screaming and I could hear it, I would definitely take the mic away and say, "Hey, calm down. You can play without the mic or something." Um, besides that, they shouldn't be unsupervised in there at a young age. The second most annoying thing is when you come in there and people are playing like really loud music. And even if you like the song, right? It's not the point if you like the song or not. It just sounds like it's coming like through a tin can because a lot of times the people that do that have terrible mics and it just echoes in the background nonstop. It's like terrible. It's like, come on, man, calm down. You know, like
I, yep, I feel you. The unwanted DJ.
yes, the unwanted DJ. And then you get the people that come in there with their buddies and once you pass your teenage years, okay, like I'll give you to your teenage years, maybe early 20s, college years. You come in there with some buddies, you might mess around, troll some people. Okay, we get it. But if you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you're sitting in there and you're like trying to troll people with your buddies, that's a little ridiculous at that point. It's like, don't you have something better to do with your time? You're this old and you're coming in the Call of Duty lobby to say, hey, everybody sucks but you because you got the most kills and everybody in your team is terrible. Like, you don't need to say that in line. Mute your mic if you have like an anger disorder or something. Just mute your mic and say it to yourself. You don't need to tell everybody else that.
The unwanted bully.
Yes. Sorry, Rump. I know sometimes you do that.
Wow.
Well,
He's
Rump is a
calling people
rager.
out. He's
That's
Yeah,
a
he
calling
is.
rager.
people
That's
He is
out.
a
that's a little
rager.
different. That's
Well,
definitely
that falls in line with the bullies, you know. So that's there, and then so doesn't are you just talking about Xbox lobbies, or could this be any
No,
game lobby?
just any
there's
gaming lobby. No, we're not limited to Xbox.
Okay, so Marvel Snap lobbies have gotten really difficult lately. There are people in there that know that if you're gonna win, they'll let the timer run all the way down before they retreat.
Ah,
They'll wait intentionally, hoping that you'll
the
quit or
the
shut your game
unwanted
down.
losers that was what they call them.
Sore
Um,
losers.
not just sore, the the worst losers because they do
They're
everything they can to intentionally try to make you leave so that they don't take an L. Is that what it is?
Yes, those guys.
Jeez, that happens in all. That happens in Yu-Gi-Oh too.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, well, I'm just not going to do anything. Okay, we'll see who's going to sit here the longest. That's crazy.
so they'll just purposely let the timer run out just
Yeah,
because.
yeah, they'll
hmm
try it because they think you're gonna leave first.
So you get like Paul. Let's say you get to like you're playing ranked in Marvel Snap. You get to uh I don't know 5, right?
Right.
Round 5, and they know they're about to lose, they'll just sit there and watch that timer go all the way down. It takes like 2 minutes, slowly goes down. And then they'll sit there and put emojis up, like a thumbs up emoji to let you know they're trolling you. Or like they'll give you the Spider Man one that tells you to look at the snap number. And the Spider Man one is like basically it could be used as a middle finger approach because it's one
Ah,
finger up. And
nice.
sometimes they use it in that manner as well. So yeah. Um, and I would say that the last one would be the ones that are intentionally arguing with their spouses. Like a lot of people, if they're arguing with their spouses, they'll mute their mic or they'll leave the lobby, right? Because they don't want
Right.
people hearing their personal business. But then you get some of these grown adults that know their mic's still on and they'll scream across their house at their spouse, yelling
Yeah.
at them. And then they'll tell everybody in the lobby and they'll be like, yeah, look at me. Look what I just did. You see that? That's how I do this. And it's like, okay, this is really annoying because you know that the spouse is going to come back and like rip the cords out or something because you hear it sometimes. Like you hear these arguments and
Yep.
they happen. Usually early in the morning before people go to work or late at night when somebody wants to go to bed and the other person is trying not to go to bed.
Oh, you should. One day I heard this kid. We were playing a game. It was Rainbow Six Siege, and he got in trouble for being on the video game. So for 5 minutes, we heard his. He's getting the beating of his life. Don't be on the video games. Like, dude, you know, either yank your mic out of the controller or something. Yeah. Yeah, I felt bad for the kid, but at the same time, yeah. But falling in that is something that somebody in this group is guilty of. Being on the phone with somebody and taking an extended phone call without realizing their mic is unmuted so the party gets to listen to it, or in some cases, the stream. So we hear one side of a conversation that goes on for 5, 10 minutes.
Are you taking a shot at me, Paul? I don't remember doing that. And if I did, that's
Look,
my bad.
see, he already knew it was him, though. Yeah, I don't remember doing that, but you talking to me?
Yeah, it sound like you throwing elbows. That's what it sound like to me. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't do that. And if I
No, it's
did
never
that,
it's never on purpose. It's a lot of times you think you mute yourself and you don't. I mean, heck, I said I actually blurted right at the beginning of an Xbox ambassador call. My first call with the Xbox ambassadors actually. Uh God damn it. Because the cat had right as the stream was starting and I thought my mic was still muted, they knocked something over. So I screamed. I get to where I can see the screen and I see, well, we know Paul's here. I'm like, holy crap. Okay, well, that's a good way to start my relationship with the Xbox crew. you know,
well,
yeah. So things happen. Yeah,
so I would say like I don't know if the clowns heard me. So one of mine is definitely the uh the Romeo, the unwanted Romeo, who hears a woman gamer and or sees a woman gamer. All of a sudden, they either act different or they stop playing the game to try to shoot their shot. Second is definitely the unwanted DJ.
Hmm.
Third is the person who starts the match, especially when it's ranked and it counts, and then go AFK.
Wow.
That is the most irritating thing.
That is
And it's like,
cold. That's what
and,
that is.
and
That's
it's like, yo,
cold.
if you know you got something to do, if you cannot sit here and commit to this, you don't need to be doing it, especially if it's ranked.
Wow, that's cold.
Yo, um, what was it? Which one did you say? You said the unwanted leaders. Um, cheaters, obviously online
Yeah.
cheaters,
Yeah.
people
Griefers too.
who,
Online griefers. The ones who purposely just come into a party or a group
yeah,
just
yeah,
to.
yeah, those trolls, the unwanted
Yep.
troll. So, like the cheaters, the people that intentionally try to, um, I don't care. People still do lag switching. People still do DDoSing. They do everything they can to try and win, because playing normally and just understanding that you just lost the match and got outplayed is not good enough. The win matters more. So get tired of them. Um, and I know this sounds crazy, but I don't like streamers. And I
Wow.
and it's mainly the streamers who aren't really like streamers as a legit thing, but streamers who want to be, and they get into your game and everybody is something TV, and they're trying to stream and they're terrible, and they blame everybody else but themselves at the game. So when they do that, they intentionally throw the matches.
Right.
Those are my worst online situations. And
I never
that's
thought about that. Yeah, but streamers will come in and they're like, "Man, these guys are terrible." And then you came
they
into our lobby, fool.
yeah,
Yeah.
they throw the match.
Yep.
And it really just be them not trying to collaborate to the online activity. And I brought this up because I was looking at other people's 10 worst gamers, and if we had Family Feud, you would never guess, right? So number 1, cheaters. Number 2, PC gamers. So they got little things up under it. So it says, yeah, PC master race. They think they're better than everybody. I'm a PC gamer. I don't think PC games are better. I just think they're better than consoles and console gamers. Trash talk gamers. They're always offensive and consider themselves better than you. Trolls. In Call of Duty Black Ops, there's always one encounter with a troll who is not reviving you around the zombies and using you as a human shield. Perverts. Many gamers generally have friendly community, but you always have that one guy who's being disgusting in front of the women, or vice versa. League of Legends gamers. I can agree with that. They're super toxic. If you're trying to learn how to play the game, oh no, you got to already know how to play the game. You can't just jump in and play the game.
Oh, I gotta say I don't like that when they expect you to automatically know
Yeah,
how to.
that's the
Yeah.
type of gamer though. Like that's not just League of
Yeah.
Legends, but yeah, specifically calling them out. Yes, they expect you to know, right? If this is your first time, they ain't trying to take time to teach you or explain nothing. Gamers who play music over their microphones. We just went over that. I think that's
Yep.
dope. The social justice warrior,
No.
the one that brings politics into every game. The spoiled brats. I think that's what they're talking about. The little screechers that,
Yeah, the squeaker. Yeah.
yeah. The let's players. There you go. The streamers. Saudi people. They just um, terrible. They don't even know what to do with themselves. They just want to be miserable. They want to make everybody else miserable. Here's another one: Call of Duty gamers. See, I told you I didn't make it up. It says it's mostly 8-year-olds playing on new ones, and actually, I find trolls and jerks more present in the modern games. And yeah, it's just been really bad. Fortnite haters, Minecraft gamers. Here's one for you.
Uh-oh.
Sony fanboys. This is not my list, by the way. This is on a website. I didn't make this up. I didn't even know this was real. Uh graphic, I want to say the word. I'm not sure if I can say it. So graphic, and I'll say what it rhymes with and you can get it. Roars. The people who complain if the game doesn't look
Oh,
next
yeah.
gen level. I could probably think of somebody like that. Lemon.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah.
Sore winners. Somebody who's winning but still mad. Total noobs or blueberries. People who don't understand the game and have no intention on learning it. That's insane. You've been playing this game for 300 hours and you
Mm,
still haven't learned how to play the game.
yeah.
I don't care. I'm just here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I think we've all run into people like that too. What do you mean you don't know how that works? That was I just didn't pay attention.
Okay, well, it's
Well then,
okay. Are you willing to learn? We can sit down and work with you, but yeah, they're not
no,
trying to play. They're not trying to learn. They just
no.
there. They just there. However, not all mines made the list. I definitely don't like when people show up and go AFK. That burns me up to no end. And I know what you mean by the people that don't come play.
Yep. And those are, like I said, those fall
Look
the
at
ones who
Cozy.
go AFK are the same ones to me that fall on the okay, let me tune my car and change the paint job and
That's
change the
Cozy.
tires and
Cozy's in the chat. Come play Forza with me. And then when you get there, hold on, I gotta get my design right. I gotta tune my car. I'm gonna get with you in a second. And then there you go. Now, you like, man, I could have been doing something else. I could have been staying where I'm at. I could have been
Trey.
playing my game. See, she thought I was making it up. She's like,
Cozy says, yep, that's it. That's right.
see, that's her. Called it. Cozy, have you had the unwanted Romeo? Soon as they hear there's a woman in the party, they just come for you and stop playing the game or act weird because you're in the party. They don't act normal anymore. I'll wait till she responds.
Wait, does Paul do that when you mention pineapples?
Ah,
No, see, it's like that's like his anger, man. So he becomes the Hulk. That's why I'm hoping that we can get this match going. You know what? You know what, clowns? What you can do is make a face off between Pineapple Paul and the Dragon Yobi and
oh,
the eight
well,
with
I'll give
with
you a
an AI.
screenshot of my character too. I'll
I
give you
want
a
I want the
screenshot of my
AI
character.
rendered face off, and we use that as a thumbnail for the show.
Oh, jeez.
That would be dope.
Mm.
That would be dope. The face off. That's what we can call that episode. The face off. Just yo, that would be dope. That would be. But anyways,
Used
Cozy
to
says
end up
she
playing with
ends up
kids,
playing with
so
kids.
no.
What you got? Kid filter on or something? I'm just joking. I know we probably end up playing with a lot of kids. This is our problem. We be in the party so much. We don't be in the online lobbies because we know how toxic the online lobbies are. That's part of the issue there. But
That's true. I don't tend to play with public lobbies anymore. I haven't for years.
clowns, you didn't talk about Diablo. We went through Diablo pretty quick. And we talked about the online trailer. There was a developer thing right after that. We didn't get to see that, but I was just telling you it's out there talking about the changes, upcoming changes.
Um, I didn't even get a chance to learn about season 1, so can you tell me about it?
Um, I said a lot of things. Paul said a lot. Paul, you want to re-educate Carlo here?
Well, let's see. Season one's going to introduce a bunch of changes, including to the events. What's the event that you guys were running? The one where they take over an area. What do they? I always forget what they
Helltat?
call that. The Helltide events are the chests are going to be adjusted. Of course, you're going to have to start a seasonal character. They're adding a new main quest line for the season. They're adding new loot drops, higher level loot drops. I forget what they were called too, but they're
Is there a new
uh,
class?
no new classes that I'm aware of.
Not yet. Not that I can tell.
Yeah, I know there's talk of them bringing in some of
Oh, there
the other
will be another
classes.
class at some
Right.
point. Just I don't know if it'll be this soon. Like I think maybe around a holiday or something. It'll make more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The
So,
4GQTV OnlyFans page. Yeah, that'd be a scary sight.
yeah, you know what? Let's
Hey,
do it.
I
Jay,
mean,
let's do it.
I
Design
mean,
it.
if
We
you
get
want to be the first
logos.
subscriber, we got you.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. That's right. Carlo
Um,
will take his top off for you. Yeah.
so what seasons are you just like start over in the season and you rank up for the season? Is that
Yeah.
basically it?
Yep.
You well, no, not
Well, it's
exactly.
yeah, it's more to
You
it than
keep
that.
your current character, but you create a season character. Your current character is called Eternal, and you can't use Eternal characters in a season. So you have to make a season character, which is different, and essentially it's on a whole different server. That's why. So once the season's over, that season character will get transferred to the other server and become an Eternal character as well.
Yep. And there'll be new loot tables and higher level loot that you can get in the season.
And how
That
Yes.
you
long did the
that
seasons last for?
3 months, I think.
Oh,
But
that's a
the way that's according to what is described, you can run through the battle pass is what the season's for pretty
Right.
fast. I remember in Road Company you can run through the whole battle pass. Like they give you all this time to do it, but literally you can get it done in like a week without playing too heavy. And it's just the way they do it. So after you're done with the battle pass, you can just focus on grinding for extra stuff for
Yep.
all your characters.
There are
And
those of us who did Diablo 3 seasons multiple times and literally spent hundreds of hours in Diablo 3. Yeah.
so what you're seeing on the screen is Marvel Heroes Omega. So I brought this up because this is what it's similar to Diablo, and this is what I associate with. Right, this is my first Diablo, quote unquote, because I never played Diablo, and this is my first one. So that's why I was showing this is because a lot of people didn't know this exists or even knew how it played, and I was like, man, this is like Diablo 100%.
yeah. I don't know. Like it just feels like it's another Diablo, right? Like another run in Diablo. I hope there's a little
No,
bit
there's
more.
well, there is. I mean, they add some mechanics and some stuff. And you're not starting at absolute zero. You have all the perks and stuff that you've unlocked on your current character. You know,
Are you talking about the season?
yeah.
Is that what you're referring to, clowns? Or are you talking about the Marvel Heroes Omega?
No, for the season, like I hope that there's more story added and things like that.
Well, he just said it was. I mean, there was a developer stream right after the Xbox stream, but we didn't
Actually,
get
it
to.
was during the Xbox stream. Actually,
Yeah, so I didn't get to see it, but according to all the information that I read, there's more content, obviously, but what's important is this different content added. So you get to experience certain things you can only experience in the seasonal content. And there's going to be gear that you can only get in the season. So what I'm hoping is they expand the storage because I done maxed out my storage. I can't hold no more stuff. It's almost like I got to create characters just to have extra storage.
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I'll play it. I'll be excited when I play it. I just think that getting over the hurdle of having to level up again is.
It trust me, dude. You don't even think about it. I
So
mean, yeah,
so you those seasonal character for one, the seasonal characters level up faster.
yep.
Two, it's a new character. So let's say you wanted to try and play as a barbarian. Well, here's your opportunity.
No.
Well,
Okay.
remember, like the necromancer was DLC. It did not come with the original Diablo 3. The necromancer was added late in the game, actually.
So was the demon hunter, right?
Well, was the demon hunter? I thought the demon hunter was original. But yeah, I miss my demon hunter. That's what I used to run all the time was demon hunter. But
Hmm.
Hold on.
You know,
What
after
was all the classes?
back in Diablo 3,
Yeah.
I don't remember. Um,
How you not gonna? You got
I
you
told you I
all
don't remember that stuff. Except I
you
like I
know I
said.
ain't never played Diablo. All right, so it says barbarian, crusader, demon hunter, monk,
Oh, the
witch
Crusader's the
doctor,
one. The Crusader's the
wizard,
one they said they're supposed to be
and
bringing back.
necromancer.
Yeah, the Crusader's the one they said they're supposed to be bringing back into Diablo 4 at some point.
I
At
don't know. I
least,
think all these would be pretty good. What do you think?
yep. The Witch Doctor was fun too. I gotta say. Yeah.
All these classes look weird. So the wizard, what's the difference between the wizard and the sorceress?
Different color robes. I don't.
Nobody know. What about
I
the
really,
monk? A lot of people said I would have liked playing monk. I don't know how to monk play.
the monks were, they were high DPS baby tanks pretty much because you had to go toe to toe with a monk. Monk don't stand away from the in distance and do stuff. He's right there, right in the midst of the battle. So,
I need to look up the monk and see what that looks like too. That sounds like right up my alley. Yeah. Graphic guy says um, they need to create a bag of holding.
yeah.
You know, another thing they could do is
Oh, one
also,
big change they're making, real quick, is the gems will no longer count towards your inventory spots.
well, that will be amazing.
That's a big one. That's that's.
Because part of the problem is they are taking up inventory slots.
Yep.
Another thing I would think would be good is if you could do loadouts so you don't have to redo all your skills and
Yeah.
you just play different builds. When you do it once, you don't have to do it second time.
Even if it would cost you to change out the loadout, I'm okay with that. But yeah, like because I just went through and had to rechange everything, and it takes a lot of time. It'd be nice to have my original build versus this one. You
Right.
know,
Because, your build is going to be different when you fight Lilith in the end versus just playing
right?
Nightmare Dungeons.
Or even when I'm soloing compared to when I'm with a group, I may want a different build as well.
Facts. I think loadouts would be generally welcome. I don't know how Clowns feels about that, but I think that
general
would be good.
loadouts.
Yeah, um, like in Monster Hunter, you can have a certain build, save it, and as long as you still got that gear, you can switch loadouts depending on what you're engaging.
Hmm.
Basically, Diablo takes a lot of time and energy and effort to build out most of this stuff. And sometimes you want to play with something else, but you don't want to have to respec your entire skill tree and Paragon board and all that just
Right.
to play the other build. Maybe you just want to swap it.
I
Or
guess I just have to wait and see, like, and then I'll need PK and Paul to carry me a little bit.
the reason, if you take a look at this game I'm sharing, you see how it's literally the same type of mechanics here. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, this game. I've been watching this Marvel Amiga stuff, and I'm really loving it. I really wish it didn't go
This is just
away.
the beginning. I wish I should show some high level gameplay. You'll see, man. It's crazy. Let
This
me
is
see.
this. Like, where was I when this came out? Why didn't I
I
play
don't know
this?
where you was at. Somewhere in somebody's pocket.
Was this free to play?
This ain't my gameplay. Hold on.
Well, no. Was it free to play?
It was free to play.
Oh wow.
Um, let me see if I can find. So like Blade was my favorite character to use. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll share that one. Um, but it's high level gameplay is crazy. Even though I don't like this guy's skin. So they have all these different skins you can use. I don't like this guy's skin. But I'll play it for you. Hang on.
Carlo, did you send a storm up my way?
No, no. But we had one here.
You got a storm coming? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
can hear the thunder rolling. Yep.
All right. So this is high level blade play right here.
This reminds me of a level in Destiny that had escalators.
So the way blade works is he creates bleed, and when he loses life, he actually gains heal from the bleed, and he does a crap ton of damage. Now, tell me that's not Diablo, bro.
it,
I, you know,
it looks like it, even from the little ring around the
Now
character and stuff.
he's a little his camera is a little zoomed out a little further than normal, but literally
I need to tweet at Disney and Marvel to remake this.
get Xbox to grab the rights to it. That's what they need to do. They already got the Diablo, um, you know what I'm saying? Just make it better.
Make it better.
Yeah. And like I said, they had all these characters, right? Like all these characters you can play with. And it's just insane because you're sitting there playing all, I don't care what Marvel character you like. It's a lot of them. If they had the nerve to put Squirrel Girl in there, that's crazy, man.
All right, I just sent my official tweet. Now I need Jay to start making up some designs for Marvel here. Jay, if you're in the chat, please make some designs. We'll send over a whole sheet, and then
Jeez.
we'll get Paul to code it on a Commodore 64.
There you go.
Hold on, I got some. See, how about Luke Cage? What's crazy is they had the Luke Cage from they had the Luke Cage from the Netflix thing. Hold on. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Anyways, while I'm sharing this stuff, I just wanted to show you because you see why I felt like this was like my favorite series for his game. Like if
Eh,
for people who like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Marvel, what's the other team up game, the multiplayer game? What's that called?
I'm not sure.
You do. It
Hey,
was
Jay, is that 9.35 Canadian, which is like $6 American? We can probably do that. And thank you for the
9:35.
sub. Uh, I don't want to
He's
mispronounce that name, but thank you for the sub.
Saleh. There we go. We're gonna go with that. See, Carlo stepped away again. So
No, I had the. So why the reason why I came in late is because I had a family situation kind of thing come up. So,
I got
uh,
you.
just trying to work on that.
Let me share my screen one more time. And yeah. Anyways, with that being said, all I'm saying is that Diablo has a really good formula that can work with a lot of different franchises. Basically, you can branch out and apply the same aesthetic to almost anything that has a large universe. Gears of War could use a Diablo, right?
That would be cool. I don't know.
I mean, Halo could use it. Like, you just take a whole nother franchise and apply the Diablo thing. I think it would work. Cozy be in there.
Tuning up her cars.
2,350 pesos per hour is what he says.
Ah, so a buck 50. Okay. Yeah.
It, so you hear Paul, he's got the money. Just throwing that out there.
Paul said he'll pay you in pineapples.
That's right.
But I think it'll be fun.
I've seen your Canadian money. I've used it. It's like Monopoly
They
money.
call
So
Looney
if I
Tune,
just give
right?
you a bunch of that,
Looney Tunes,
yeah, it gets you a bunch of Monopoly money and you're set. Yeah.
Bugs Bunny is on the front. The Looney Tunes. That's what Canadian money is, right?
It feels like plastic when you're handling it. Yeah.
I knew for a fact they were called Looney Tunes, but
Yep.
I
Oh,
didn't know.
well, the loony is the $1 point, or and the toonie is the $2 version. So yeah, it's a you have the loony and the toonie.
See, is that where that came from?
Yeah. No, well, that's not where the term came from. No, but
So let me ask you guys, what is Baldur's Gate, and is that the same thing of Diablo?
except Baldur's Gate takes place in the D&D universe. The Dungeons and Dragons universe. It's more of a that style of game, high fantasy.
Well, wait a minute. So you played Baldur's Gate before? I ain't never played this game.
Yeah, I played Baldur's Gate before.
So is that what's the gameplay like?
I don't know about the current version, but like the last Baldur's Gate was kind of like, yeah, a little bit like what you're seeing on the screen over the shoulder. Yeah.
Well, what Cozy saying it is D&D style heavy
Right.
RPG.
It is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying because it's based on that world. It's based on that. Yeah, it's actually based on some of the stories, I believe.
So is that also multiplayer or is that single player?
I do not know. I it's been a while, and hang on, I will find out. See
Cozy,
what I can find
Cozy,
out.
is that multiplayer or single player? Why is Cozy not here?
I know she's got the keys to the kingdom. Maybe we just need to send her a link or something. Yeah.
That's all right. Our host is having some technical difficulties, so we might wrap up a little early today. But I
Yep.
just want to know, like, is that a multiplayer game? A lot of people is talking about it, right? So I wanted to know, uh,
Yeah, I see. I'm like her. I only played it as single player. It's a very
because a lot
story
of
driven.
people,
It's a very story driven game. It's a
so
very.
a lot of people either put that up against Diablo or Starfield, and I don't understand the reference, and
I
maybe
I don't know why they're putting it up against Starfield, except for the fact that it's launching on the same day, which may kill it. But
okay, three has multiplayer, but it's turn based.
yep.
Is it a strategy RPG? Is it like Gears Tactics?
Yeah, like I remember, like XCOM and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'm remembering.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
XCOM is turn based. I love XCOM as a.
Well, I
I,
mean, I like Gears Tactics, but I don't get the reference or comparing it to Starfield. This is a
yeah,
completely
I don't
different.
understand like I said, except for the fact that it's coming out the same week as Starfield. Other than that, I'm eh,
I mean, that just randomly came across my feed,
right.
and then they talked about there was news that Final Fantasy 16 sales in Japan declined by 75% in Japan
Wow,
on the second week. That
that
is
that's wow. That's surprising, and that's not a good look.
huge.
Yeah,
Um, so I don't know. First of all, everyone knows my feelings about Final Fantasy uh 16 anyway. Cozy said that's normal.
what to have that much of a drop in 1 week? No, it's not. No, and not in Japan. Not for a game like that.
She says not that big deal. I'm not saying it is a big deal or it's not. It's just if it made news, I figured that it had to be some kind of a big deal. Maybe not my kind of because I don't care about 16, 7, and be honest, I looked at 16 gameplay and it can't touch 7. You're
I don't care
probably
if it's not.
right.
I don't care if it's not big in Japan. A 60% drop in sales is big. Okay, that's not normal. A 60% drop is not normal.
Well, I guess what I'm looking at is also I kind of take it as a grain of salt for Japan as well. I understand where Cozy coming from because I don't count Japan since they are mostly mobile, but honestly, it is something for them to put it out there, right? Because you never
Everyone who
see
wanted it bought it. Okay, yeah, that's not how. No, that's just
it. Basically, they're trying to say that it is selling slower than Final Fantasy 15 that launched globally. I mean, eventually it'll pass it up, I think, right? But it says it's also selling slower than Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Because he had follow up. I mean, Dragon Quest is different though, I guess Final Fantasy is the poster child for Square, right? Not Dragon Quest. Even though I am a Dragon Quest fan, but that's a niche game. Basically, they have their own fan base, right? But what I was saying is because Jez even said that in comparison, the battle system in 7 remake was in comparison top notch. It still felt like a Final Fantasy game, yet you had the action and combined.
yeah. And I think that's it. They made some changes to the system that I think a lot of people didn't care for this one. Yeah.
Well, it's like Devil May Cry, but it's lost its Final Fantasy uh, esque style. I don't know how to explain it. And you're probably right there, Cozy. Dragon Quest does so better. Honestly, I was looking for the Dragon Quest online, but that never fruitioned. I don't know what happened, but they could have it could have been then that they sold half themselves and put their sales behind in production. But I don't I don't know. I won't say that either way it goes, but I would say like in general, if people are talking about that 16 is not selling as fast as the other entries, not that I generally invested, obviously it must mean something.
Yeah, it's gotta. It'll be like I said. It'll be interesting to watch what it does over time. You know.
It will be. It is bad for Square. Honestly, I feel like Square has been as of late um hurting themselves, right? Because they blame the Western market for their sales for Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy and you name it.
And the thing is, and we talked about this when they originally announced that they weren't happy with the way Avengers launched, but after the launch, Avengers did very well. I mean, and it's like they totally ignored that. They just didn't.
Outriders is another one. They what I'm saying is they blame the Western
Yeah,
market when they didn't really market.
right.
What I said was that when it came to Final Fantasy 16, how much publicity and marketing went into that? They put everything into that.
Yep.
When Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way, is a good game, they revealed that on a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to want to buy that game after looking at what it looks like on a Nintendo Switch.
Well, and they launched it. After the horrible launch of Avengers. I mean,
So, just saying, it's they blame everything on the Western market, but honestly, they put themselves in that situation. Then they go and sell half themselves, including all of their Western IPs and studios, for nothing, for pennies
yeah.
on the dollar. When you look at
Yep.
this Activision Blizzard deal, you're like, I don't know what you could have got at least $1 billion for Tomb Raider alone.
Yeah. Oh, that Tomb Raider deal. Yeah, and yeah,
Amazon bought it
to
for six
Amazon.
hundred million.
Yep.
That's how much you got for selling all your studios.
Yep.
Like what? What are we talking about? It is true, Cozy. It's not as popular. It is my favorite of all time. I'm not gonna hide that fact. It is still the only Final Fantasy that has its own sequel as a movie, many spin-offs, and always has the most popular characters in all Final Fantasy history. And it just it's nostalgia. It's not as popular, but the people who do play it definitely love the game. 16 is just in your face. So that's all you got to compare to. I ain't never played Final Fantasy, so they market it to me. I'm gonna pick it up and play it. But at the end of the day, it's a forgettable game. Most people don't even know the main character's name.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
And then you don't even have a whole party, so you ain't got no one to have interact with. It's just you by yourself. So I don't know. Uh I don't know where Carlo went, but I know he's got some things going on. Listen, um, we did have a good time. Cozy, while you're in the chat, give me your top five uh worst gamers you could think of. Not in any order.
Worst gamers to join a public lobby with that make
Yes.
you run from a screen from a
Online
public lobby.
online lobbies. Worst gamers. Let's go. I'm gonna announce it. and we'll wrap up and get out of here.
And if you put cerebral Paul, I'm going to be very upset. And
It's got to be a type of gamers. Uh, uh, online worst gamers to play with in online lobbies. The most annoying gamers in online lobbies for you. 5 worst ones for you. She says the kids, or kids,
the
or
re kids,
screechers.
screech, yeah, the screechers, the squeakers.
Paul didn't believe me when they said Call of Duty players.
That's calling out a whole group of gamers, man. That's not
Yeah,
even.
they got their own category. I didn't make it up. That's
Mm.
it's there. They and then you didn't believe me when it says Sony fanboys. I didn't make that up either. Overshares and random parties.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You mean yeah, people the unwanted complainer that wants to complain about their life. I just got hit by a car last week in my leg. I had to screw it on and come back home. And then I had another arm that was
Like,
delivered to me,
yeah,
and I had to glue that on. And then they came and made me had
yeah.
to
Wait,
pay for it.
wait a minute. What about the ones that run out of Mountain Dew? That's important. You need to listen to those complaints and take those seriously. No, we are not sponsored by Mountain Dew, but I wish I was. Thank you.
What else you got there, Cozy? She's thinking. For all those who may watch this later, please put in the chat what yours is. We'd like to see that. She said bad mics and loud backgrounds.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about the unwanted DJ. Probably somebody that's got an echo is pretty annoying.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody got an echo, and you kind of feel bad for them if they you at least know they tried to fix it and they can't, but it's like, oh, dude.
Said, are you in a construction site?
Yeah.
Mute your mic if you got that kind of issue. Man. Talk. Have a push to talk button.
Yeah. Have you ever muted somebody because of the background noise on their thing and you forgot they're
Yeah, when
muted?
that brings
And,
up another one.
and you
Yeah,
forget
since
they're
you said
muted.
that, the people who fall asleep in the parties and snore really loud.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, Fierce does that a lot.
That's a construction site for you. It sounds like they choking on logs and stuff. Says Cozy she falls asleep in parties.
Does
I
she
haven't
snore really loud? Does
I
she?
have not experienced that yet, so I don't know. But that is a thing. Mine was definitely somebody who decides that, hey, we're gonna play ranked in Overwatch, and then as soon as we start the game, they go AFK. I got something to do.
Oh, there's one.
Oh,
Yeah, there's one that can drive you nuts. Some people join the party and they never say a word. You're like, okay, why are you here? Yeah.
Oh, that could be a thing.
sounds
Hey,
like we know all these people.
Well, we do. We we
it
we
sounds like
definitely do.
Cozy is sharing some feelings and is targeted at some people. She just ain't putting names by them. People join the parties and don't talk.
Yep.
Well, we know who can't stop talking, and that's Rump. He would definitely jump in and start talking. He could be he could be taking his breathing treatments, and he's still trying to talk to you. Anyways, was that 1, 2, 3, 4? You got one more. Um, Clowns, I know you got stuff going on, so we're gonna wrap up early. I was just trying to give Cozy a chance to jump in on the fun.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, sorry, I'm distracted. A lot going on.
It's all right, man. It's life. We good. We here. We here in support and spirit and everything under the sun.
That's right. And like Frank Sinatra said, that's life. You know,
Dead air. Listen to that.
dead air.
Toxic people that are just toxic. Those are what you call the trolls.
Oh yeah, or people, yeah, people who don't communicate in multiplayer games. They don't make call outs or say anything.
Trolls, or what do you call them? Ragers.
Ragers, yeah.
And Pixel Slapper says dead air.
Well, ragers usually put themselves out of the game by breaking their controller, like Noof does all the time. You know, so
Woo. I can't even. I can't even. Yeah, I can't even understand like destroying stuff and breaking your stuff. You spend money on. That's not. I'm not
yeah.
about that life, but
No,
maybe some other
Noof. I
people are.
think Noof has broke two controllers in the last couple of months. I think. I think.
That sounds like an intervention needs to be had. All right, guys. So we had some good times. We're gonna wrap up. Clown's got some things going on right now, so I appreciate y'all came and hang out. We're definitely gonna have more things coming down the line. We definitely have a all women's show coming, and that's gonna be pretty awesome and exciting. Uh, Whenever Cozy jumps in, she'd be part of that too. And we got some interviews coming down the line and down the pipe, and hopefully we're gonna expand a little bit. I hear some streams coming down the pipe too, so we're gonna have a little bit of everything going down. So definitely uh, keep your ears to the ground. Paul, you have all the time in the world to tell everybody where you at and
Look, I've got this down pretty good. You can find me on Twitter, Cerebral Paul One, Twitch at Cerebral Paul. On Tuesdays, you can find me on the Xbox Ambassador channel at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, 3:30 p.m. Eastern for gaming differently with Cerebral Paul. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, you can find me right here on 4GQ TV, and on Friday, you can find me on the Doomsayers Network.
all right, cool. Clowns, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
You want to do your closeouts?
Yeah, so you can all find me on 4GQ TV. Hopefully next week, I'll be more attentive. Got a lot going on. And we got invited to some press rooms at SDCC for Adult Swim, so looking forward to checking out some new shows.
Ooh, cool. Give me some good stuff, man. Love me
And
some Adult Swim.
yeah, I mean we got some interviews lined up. Like PK said, a new board game, a new card game's coming out. It's going to be Target exclusive, and we're setting up an interview with them as well. So, yep, look forward to that stuff. I got to get working all that.
Nice.
PK, make sure I get this done. All right, PK, where can people find you?
Definitely.
Fred Man on YouTube. Link.
So that's another one that I don't like right there. I don't like those kind of guys either. Mess up my intro and my outro. How you do that in one? Anyways, definitely catch me on 4GQ TV where we hanging out, acting out. We don't know how to act over here. We just like to have a good time. Um, and whenever the dragon wakes up from his sleep slumbers, we'll be at his den chilling too. Um, Definitely can find me on PKX Live on Twitter. Hey, listen, my DM's open, and you can definitely hit me up if you want to get into some gaming, because I'm down for mostly everything. Um, and I might make exceptions for things I'm not down for. So let's get it. See you next week, and thanks you guys for coming through. For those who watch later, thank you as well. You guys have a good one. Peace. Clowns,
Yes.
are we still live?
Oh yes. Sorry guys. Till next week.